Stop everything you think you know about manifestation. You've been told it's hard, that it requires complicated rituals, endless visualizations, perfectly worded affirmations, and a constant grind to raise your vibration. But what if I told you that quantum manifestation is actually stunningly simple? So simple, in fact, that almost nobody does it correctly. Right now, in this very moment, you are living inside a quantum field. A field that is infinite impossibility. A field that responds not to your effort, but to your alignment. And yet, most people approach manifestation like it's a battle they need to win. Welcome to Quantum Core, where we decode the science of reality creation. I'm here to show you why everything you've been taught about manifestation is backwards and what actually works. Here's what's really happening. Most people are sabotaging themselves without even knowing it. They try to overpower their current reality with willpower. They repeat affirmations they don't believe. They visualize outcomes they secretly doubt. They force themselves to think positive while their body is still locked in fear, scarcity, and stress. And this is where the entire system collapses. Because in the quantum world, forcing is friction. Resistance creates more resistance. Let me paint you a picture of what this looks like in real life. You wake up, look in the mirror, and affirm, "I am confident and successful," while your shoulders are hunched with anxiety. You visualize your dream relationship while scrolling through dating apps with desperation. You script abundance while checking your bank account every hour with dread. Sound familiar? You're not broken. The system you've been taught is broken. Because here's what nobody tells you. The quantum field doesn't speak English, Spanish, or any human language. It speaks the language of energy. And energy never lies. You can say all the right words, but if your nervous system is bracing for loss, if your mind is locked in loops of doubt, if your body is flooded with stress hormones, the field listens to that deeper frequency. This is why so many people are exhausted by manifestation. They're doing all the things, but they're doing them from a place of hypervigilance, scarcity, and lack. And so they manifest more waiting, more lack, more efforting, more searching. They're stuck in the timeline of trying to get instead of the timeline of already having. Let's strip this down to something beautifully simple. Quantum manifestation is not about getting what you want. It's about collapsing the version of reality where you already have it. Here's the science. At the quantum level, particles exist in a state of pure possibility, what physicists call a wave function. But when an observer focuses on a particular possibility, that wave collapses into a fixed event. Reality solidifies. Choices crystallize. The unseen becomes seen. You are that observer. But here's the catch. Most people miss. The observer is not just your conscious mind. The observer is also your subconscious, your nervous system, your entire energetic signature. This means that even if you consciously want abundance, if your subconscious is wired for survival and scarcity, the field picks up on that hidden broadcast. Your subconscious becomes the true observer, collapsing a timeline you didn't consciously choose. Scientists like Dr. Joe Dispenza and Dr. Bruce Lipton have shown us that the heart has its own electromagnetic field far stronger than the brain's. This heart field radiates out and interacts with the larger quantum field around you. When your heart and brain are in coherence, you're sending out a powerful, unified signal. When they're out of sync, the signal becomes weak and fragmented. This is why trying to manifest from your mind alone fails so often. Without the emotional component, without the felt sense of alignment, the quantum field has no clear signal to mirror back. The quantum field holds every possibility, success and failure, abundance and lack, love and loneliness, health and struggle. All of it already exists as waves of probability. But here's the kicker. The wave doesn't collapse into your lived reality until it meets a coherent observer. That's you. Your focus, your attention, your emotion, they are the sculptors of reality. Here's what actually works, and why it's so simple it feels like cheating. You become the frequency first, then the form follows. Let me explain this with a metaphor. Imagine you're a radio station. If you want to broadcast jazz, you don't sit there demanding that people hear jazz while transmitting heavy metal. You have to change what you're actually broadcasting. Want to manifest abundance? Start practicing the embodied feeling of, I have enough right now. This doesn't mean pretending your problems don't exist. It means training your nervous system to rest in sufficiency. When you walk into a store, move like someone who has options. When you pay bills, do it from gratitude, not resentment. When opportunities arise, respond from abundance, not desperation. Want love? Stop seeking validation and start being the kind of partner you want to attract. Practice vulnerability in small, safe ways. Open your heart incrementally. Become the safe space you're longing to find in someone else. Want health? Stop scanning your body for what's wrong and start nurturing what's right. Shift from survival mode to thriving mode. Feed yourself. Move yourself. Rest yourself from a place of respect, not punishment. Now I know what you're thinking, but how do I feel abundant when I'm broke? How do I feel loved when I'm alone? Here's the secret. You practice in micro moments. You embody the frequency in small doses until it becomes your new baseline. Try this right now. Place one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Take 3 conscious breaths. Ask yourself, what would the version of me who already has this feel like right now? Let your body soften into that feeling for just 30 seconds. Notice the shift that's not wishful thinking. That's frequency tuning. So why do so few people actually succeed with this? Because letting go feels like giving up. The human mind is addicted to control. We've been programmed to believe that struggle equals worth, that the harder we work, the more we deserve success. So when we encounter a system where the key is coherence, alignment, and surrender, it short-circuits our conditioning. Most people who fail are caught in what I call the control trap. They visualize abundance but check their bank account every hour with anxiety. They script about love but obsess over text messages. They declare health but scan their body for symptoms every morning. They're affirming one thing consciously but broadcasting the opposite subconsciously. They're sending mixed signals to a field that requires clarity. Here's what most manifestation teachers won't tell you. The subconscious mind doesn't just store memories, it stores your entire sense of identity, your core beliefs about what's possible for you, your nervous system's default settings. Maybe your subconscious learned early that people like us don't get good things. Or, if I want something, I have to fight for it. Or, if I'm not constantly worried, something bad will happen. These aren't conscious thoughts. They're energetic programs running in the background, shaping every decision, every emotion, every action. But here's the good news. You can update these programs. Not through force, but through consistency. Not through bypassing emotions, but through feeling them fully and choosing differently. Real quantum manifestation is not a performance. It's a practice. It's not something you master once and forget. It's something you live moment by moment, choice by choice. The most powerful manifestors aren't the ones who know the most techniques. They're the ones who have learned to hold a coherent state and to regulate themselves back into alignment when life inevitably shakes them. Because here's the reality. You will face moments that test you. Days when fear creeps back in. When old patterns whisper in your ear. When the timeline you're trying to leave feels like it's pulling you back. In those moments, you'll be tempted to go into control mode again. To push, force, micromanage. But the real mastery is this. Can you stay in the frequency of trust even when the evidence hasn't arrived yet? Can you hold the vibration of, it's already done, while the world still looks the same? Here's your advanced daily practice. Morning coherence check. Before touching your phone, tune in. What frequency are you broadcasting? Scarcity or abundance? Fear or trust? Control or flow? Midday recalibration. Use your body as your compass. Tension, tightness, contraction, these are signals you've slipped out of alignment. Don't shame yourself. Just notice, breathe, and ask, what would the version of me living in my desired timeline choose right now? Evening integration. Replay the day with curiosity. Where did you wobble? Where did you align? Where did you glimpse your own power? Acknowledge even the smallest wins. Here's something most people miss. Community matters. We are social, energetic beings. We co-regulate with the people around us. When you surround yourself with others who are practicing coherence, who are playing in the quantum field consciously, your nervous system learns to match that vibration. This is why environment matters, not just physical, but energetic. The voices you listen to, the content you consume, the conversations you have. Make sure your external world becomes an ally to your internal practice. Here we are at the edge of the most powerful truth in quantum manifestation, the part hidden in plain sight. You don't manifest what you want. You manifest what you are. This isn't just philosophy. It's physics. The field doesn't respond to your desires, it responds to your vibrational signature. The signal of your being that you carry into every room, every thought, every interaction. That signal is built moment by moment, not in what you're doing, but in how you're being. Are you being someone who trusts the process or someone who needs to control every outcome? Are you being someone who feels worthy or someone who has to prove their worth? Are you being someone who expects good things or someone who braces for disappointment? The quantum doesn't need you to be perfect. It just needs you to be coherent. Coherence happens when your thoughts, emotions, and actions move in the same direction. When you stop saying one thing, feeling another, and doing something else entirely. When your whole system hums with a single, unified signal. And when you reach that state, even briefly, you create a kind of gravitational pull in the field. Reality begins to bend towards you, not because you forced it, because you allowed it, because you became it. Now let me clear up a massive misconception. Manifestation is not about feeling good all the time. It's about feeling real all the time and learning to bring your system back into alignment when you wobble. This means welcoming your emotions, not bypassing them. Holding space for fear without letting it drive the car. Practicing emotional fluency so you can navigate waves without drowning in them. You will wobble. You will doubt. You will have days when the old timeline pulls at your heels. That's not failure, that's human. The power isn't in never falling. It's in how quickly you return to alignment. There's no finish line in this work. The point isn't to arrive and then stop. The point is to live inside a continuous unfolding where you become the living edge of your own evolution. Where you don't just manifest things, you become someone who lives as a creator, a co-creator, a conscious participant in shaping reality. Because here's the most beautiful part. The quantum field is not separate from you. It's not something you manipulate from a distance. You are the field. You are the wave. You are the observer and the observed. When you tune your frequency, you're not just asking life to meet you. You're becoming the version of life you've been seeking. Now here's how we take this deeper together. First, in the comments below, drop one word that captures the energy you're choosing to embody after watching this. Maybe it's alignment. Maybe it's trust. Maybe it's flow. Maybe it's something uniquely yours. Let that word be your quantum seed, your declaration to the field, your new frequency signature. And if this video stirred something inside you, if you felt a shift, a remembering, a recognition, I want to personally invite you to join the Quantum Core community. Hit that subscribe button right now. Ring the notification bell. Because this isn't just a YouTube channel, this is a living laboratory for conscious reality creation. When you subscribe to Quantum Core, you're not just joining a list, you're joining a movement of minds and hearts who are actively reshaping what's possible. You're connecting with thousands of others who are practicing coherence, who are playing in the field, who are committed to embodying their highest timeline. Every week we dive deeper into the science of consciousness, the art of alignment, and the practice of living as a quantum creator. We explore the intersection of ancient wisdom and cutting-edge physics. We share tools, techniques, and real-world applications that actually work. This is your invitation to be part of something bigger than yourself, while simultaneously stepping into the fullest version of yourself. Here's what I want you to do right after you subscribe. 1. Drop that one word in the comments or frequency declaration. 2. Share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. 3. Take one small action today from the energy of your desired timeline, because next week on Quantum Core, we're going even deeper. I'm going to show you the specific nervous system practices that help you hold coherence under pressure, the subconscious reprogramming techniques that actually stick, and the daily rituals that keep you tuned to your highest timeline even when life gets chaotic. You didn't find this video by accident. In the quantum field, there are no accidents-only alignments. The fact that you're here, right now, listening to these words, means something in you is ready for this shift. So here's my final question for you, Ande. Really sit with this. Where in your life are you gripping so tightly that you've become the very block you're trying to remove? The quantum field is not waiting for you to be perfect. It's waiting for you to be coherent. It's waiting for you to remember who you really are beneath all the conditioning, all the fear, all the stories about limitation. You are not just a viewer of this content. You are a participant in this unfolding. You are a co-creator in this field. Subscribe to Quantum Core. Join this community. Step into your role as a conscious reality creator. The quantum field is responding to you right now. What signal are you choosing to send? Keep tuning, keep aligning, keep playing in the field. And remember, you are the field experiencing itself. I'll see you in the next transmission. This is Quantum Core, where science meets soul, and your reality awaits your signal.